Today we will be going through four of the largest mountain ranges in the world. From North America to South America, we will see the unique differences between the diverse landscapes and explore the height of the journey. Starting with the Andes mountain range in South America, we can see in the background that the mountains span the continent's western edge. The mountains begin in the south of the continent in southern Chile and Argentina and follow up the rest of Chile and the western edge of Argentina, where the mountain range peak is found, called Aconcagua Mountain, where the elevation is about 22,831 feet. The mountain range continues through into Bolivia, Peru, and Ecuador and ends in Colombia and Venezuela. Next, we travel to the Alps in Central Europe. The Alps are more of a horizontal mountain range rather than vertical like the Andes. The Alps are in the shape of an arc, where the mountains begin in southeastern France and up through northern Italy. Between this border, we find the peak of the entire mountain range on Mont Blanc Mountain, with an altitude of 15,780 feet. The Alps continue into the southern parts of Switzerland and then end on the far eastern sides of both Austria and Slovenia. The weather on the Alps is much less interesting than on the Andes. The conditions of the Alps are chilly, snowy, and rainy, and the materials they behold lack quality, where the mountains only have small deposits of many different minerals like quartz, apatite, and tourmaline. From South America to Europe and now to North America, we have the Appalachian Mountain Range that is located on the eastern side of the continent and predominantly found in the United States of America. The southern part of the Appalachian Mountains begins in Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, and the Carolinas, where the peak of the mountains can be found on Mount Mitchell with an elevation of 6,684 feet. The Appalachian Mountains then proceeds up through Kentucky and into New England, where the mountain range ends in the southeastern tail of Canada in the province New Brunswick. Unlike the past two mountain ranges, parts of the Appalachians can stay a reasonable temperature in the summer, where the high is around the 60s. However, generally speaking, the Appalachian Mountains are very cold and rainy, where they get about 60 inches of rainfall and 100 inches of snowfall annually. Across the Appalachians, the mountains are rich with natural fuels like coal and petroleum, as well as metals such as iron and titanium. Now for the biggest mountain range in America, the Rocky Mountains. The Rocky Mountains trace from Alaska all the way through Canada and into the west of the United States, passing through 3 Canadian provinces and 7 states, as well as Colorado, where the peak is found on Mount Elbert at an elevation of 14,440 feet. On to the weather of the Rockies. We have one of the coldest climates of all the mountain ranges we have seen so far. According to Landscope.org, the average temperatures on the Rockies linger around 19 degrees Fahrenheit. The article also says climate includes wide extremes from severe snow-packed winters to mild summers. This shows the diversity that the mountain range provides across the continent. Unlike the Appalachian Mountains, they do not have many natural fuels outside of oil and, of course, wood. However, the mountains do have a surplus of gold, copper, and silver. Nearing the end of this presentation, we must reflect on how much we have learned about the mountain ranges throughout the world and their geographic features like weather and their locations. This may not seem important outside of planning a vacation, but it shows us how diverse our planet is and the importance of caring for it, not just for the future, but for the present also. To cap off this presentation, I must give credit to the sources I used, including Landscope.org and whatstheweatherlike.org. Thank you for viewing.